Welcome to TD1 TV. I'm here with assistant strength coach at University of Colorado, Steve Engleheart, who's actually a good friend of mine. Been working with him for about 12 years now, and been a long time. We're going to talk about walk-ons. And Steve, when someone wants to walk on at University of Colorado, what's the process they have to get through to get here?
The first process is where we have a meeting with the walk-ons, and there's a series of questionnaires they have to fill out. They have to get their physical, of course, from their doctor, and they have to tell us what school they're transferring from, if they're even transferring. So it's a lot of questionnaires, and they then get cleared by medical staff, and then get cleared by us. And then once they get the forms filled out, that's when they get to come try out, and the try consists of just like a mini NFL combine, as you can say. So they come in here, they get their height, they get their weight. We do a vertical with them with the Vertec, broad jump with them, the 40-yard dash, the 5-10-5, and the LDO.
When they come in, what's the one thing that you're looking for? Once they get through the process and you decide we're taking, how many walk-ons they typically y'all take?
We took about 2 to 3 this year, like from that tryout. We took 2 to 3 from that tryout this year.
Okay, with those 3 athletes coming in, what are the things you're looking for in the training process, in the weight room, and on the field with them?
Hard work, just hard work. How hard? Are you talking about physical appearance?
No, I'm talking about when they're in with the rest of the group. As far as work ethic.
Can they hang with the rest of the group? Can they? I know they probably won't surpass the group. Some of them will. We have a guy that actually played Division I baseball, and he surpassed the group on some lifts. But just to keep up with the guys, keep up with those athletes on scholarship. I think that's the biggest thing that we're looking for in the weight room, where they can what they'll be able to do. Can they keep up with the scholarship athletes?
And I think their perception when they get here that a lot of athletes, they think I can play at the University of Colorado, I can play at LSU. They see it on TV, and they don't realize how fast the game is, how big these guys are, and how fast they are. And so, what's the shock you think once they get into a group?
Once they get into the group,
training-wise.
Training-wise, the shock is the times. They're not used to waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning, or that's when we start our group at 6 a.m. I think it's that. I think it's you see a little receiver, and you're like, oh, he's not that big, and he's throwing up 305 pounds on the power clean. You're like, wow, where's this kid coming from? And a lot of the walk-ons when they first come here, they just can't keep up with the intensity of the workout, as well as the expectation of the workout. This is tough workouts, as you know. You've been a coach for a while. When you come here and you want to in a BCS school, and you want to make a run at it, you have to train hard. I think some of these kids don't realize what it takes.
That basically the hour, the workload they have to go per week.
Exactly. Plus
the fact that what do you think? After working that hard, making the team, going through the tryouts, training with the team, all year, and then the reality of playing.
Ooh. Yeah, it's tough. You go out there and it's a little different when you put on the pads. You go out there when it's just shells on, running around, and you think you can keep up, and then you have a big guy, 6'8", 305 pounds, clearing you on the end and knocking you out. It's a little difficult because they're not used to that. They're not used to a guy 6'8", 305 pounds, 320 pounds running at you, or a linebacker that's 6'2", 240 that runs a 4.5 40. So it's a little difficult, and when they first time they come out, that you can tell because oh, coach, I'm all beat up. Next day they're in the ice stuff.
What's with those 2 to 3 walk-ons that you have? What is probably the likelihood that any of them will see playing time?
Ooh, I probably couldn't comment on that. Coach Embry will know better than me on that. But man, I think out of the 3 that we had, one might have a shot at playing time, special teams.
Typically, that's most walk-ons. They'll play special teams before they'll ever step on the field in any other capacity.
Yeah, and that's what we've got a guy right now that can make special teams.
So when we're trying to get athletes out there to understand that it's a hard process to walk on. People think it's very easy. You'll see one kid in the nation at a Boston college or a Tennessee that makes it, and everybody in the country thinks they can make it, which you have to have that attitude that you are good enough to play at the next level. The thing is, it's a hard road to follow. I mean, you're gonna put in a ton of time, just as much time training and athletically as you're gonna put into school to try and make it.
And I agree with that. It's a lot of time. You wake up, you got to come train. Right after training, you might have a study hall group you have to go to. Right after that, you got class. And if you want to watch film, then you have conditioning. It's a lot of hours, and I pride these kids for what they do right now.
It's a lot of hours, but it's well worth it when you make it.